Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. I've missed you so much. So today, I'm gonna be giving you every book recommendation I have so you can get out of your reading slump. I feel like we all know how it feels to be stuck in a reading slump when every single book you read, you don't want to pick it up, it's super boring, you can't finish it, every single book is a DNF, every single book just can't hold your attention. And I felt that feeling, and I felt the prolonged one. I felt it for 8 months and 6 months and 2 months and 2 weeks. It's the worst feeling in the world. So I compiled all of my books that have gotten me out of slumps, or I think would get you out of a slump, that aren't long, aren't too wordy, don't take too long to get into it. They're kind of just fast moving, interesting, 5-star books that you can get into so you can get out of your slump. We have a little coffee here. This is a tiramisu latte. We're gonna chill, we're gonna talk reading slumps, and I'm gonna give you some book recs to help you out. No fantasies on here. Well, not many fantasies on here. I don't think fantasies, when you have a reading slump, I don't think fantasy is your genre. My first recommendations, hear me out. We have Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings and The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. These two books are one of her, I wouldn't say less popular reads because she's a popular author, but they're not Magnolia Parks. They're not what she's known for. These books, they start at the sight of the scene. So the minute you open the page, you're already at the most important part. The characters are already meeting, the romance is already beginning, and it goes super fast, especially this book. This is a rock star celebrity romance, and we open it first chapter to them meeting at this bar. They make eye contact. We're literally hearing it. The first 2 sentences, they're making eye contact, and from there they have a very insta-lovey kind of relationship in a great way. It's a celebrity kind of fast, it's a drama kind of fast, it's a how could we be so in love and it's only been a week kind of fast, and it's so entertaining and it's so drama filled. It will captivate your attention, but you're already there the second you open the book. Similar for this book, it's also drama filled, but this is about Georgia, who is going back to, is it Georgia? No, she's going back to South Carolina for her father's funeral. There she meets her brother's AA, and they have a romance, and there's a lot of drama because her family's very southern, very religious, but in a toxic kind of way. There's a lot going on here, but we open the book the second she flies out. These two books are just really fast. They start off, you're already in the scene, and then you kind of just get swept away for the ride. And I wish so many times I could read these books for the first time again. These are some of my favorite reads of my life. Time of Your Life, I literally pretend I didn't read it just because it drives me insane knowing we don't have the next book. This is one of the best books ever. It's so good. This is a standalone, so it has a happy ending at the end, which I've never had happen to me in a Jessa Hastings book. This is the first book that ended, and I was like, wait, everybody was happy in the end. This book is really nice if you don't want to get yourself stuck in a series, but this book will drive you out of your mind in the perfect way to finally get your attention after being stuck in a slump. Another drama-filled recommendation that I would give you is The Favorites by Fargo. I just finished this book. This book, short chapters, super drama, celebrities, and it's just a book of betrayal. It's a book of heartbreak. It's a book about 2 ice skaters who make it big after just being in the small town. They're best friends, they make it big in skating, but so much happens on their way there. A documentary is being released in their honor, but it's really just to uncover the truth of what happened and what actually led to them becoming the world famous ice skaters they are today. It's very drama filled, and the chapters are so short. Some of the chapters are 1 page, some of the chapters are 2 pages. It's a very quick, fast moving read, and it is 460 pages, but it goes by as if you didn't even read it. Like, it's very fast. There's not a chapter, or like you can't really go more than 3 chapters without a different plot twist, and I think that's perfect when you're in a reading slump. You need to have something hold your attention, and this had me hooked. The second I opened the book, I genuinely couldn't put it down. The second I had to put it down, I was thinking about it. It was everything I thought about. It was so good, and I would recommend it to every single person, in reading slump or not, but especially when you're in a slump, because I think it's the perfect thing just to get your mind racing and to make you feel invested, because I really cared about these characters, and you hate them but you love them, and it's just so conflicting. It's like, this is the worst kind of pain, but it's the best because you're in love with characters, and that's what you want. Like, you want to fall in love with characters again, and I think this is the book to help you do that. Another recommendation I would give you is just any Mariana Zapata book, but the one that I have that's my favorite is The Well of Winnipeg and Me. This book is 600 pages. Hear me out. Mariana Zapata has this writing style where every single chapter is a different scene. It's not very continuous, and you open the book to them being together. It's a slow burn, but it's fast moving. So even though I would say this is a bigger book, something about it, I don't know why, but it's like you're already moving through it, and then you're always in a different scene, you're always in a different setting. It's also so good because it has this familiarity to it. Even if you haven't read her books, like, it just feels like easy to pick up. It's not very hard, it doesn't require much brain work, and it's a really good book, and I just love it. I don't know, I love everything Mariana Zapata. I think you should pick up any Mariana Zapata book in the world. Then I have The Match by Sarah Adams. This is a really short book. I think this book is like 300 pages even. This is a book about Evie and Jacob. He's a single dad and his daughter has epilepsy. Evie runs a business for dogs who are catered for people with epilepsy, and they have this like really cute way of meeting, and they have this romance. It's super rom-com-y, it's super sweet, it's super easy, and I have only fond memories of reading this book. I also read it on the perfect time. I read it on vacation, but it's such an easy read, it's such a quick read, and it's so sweet, and it's dual POV, and I don't know, I love it. Plus I love kids in books, so it has that humor element, and it's just a really nice and quick and easy read. So I would definitely recommend this book. Then I have another author, Abby Jimenez. Any Abby Jimenez book, genuinely, any Abby Jimenez book is super fast paced. It's literally you open the book and you're in the scene, but it's also so funny. She is actually laugh out loud funny, every single book of hers. But these are my top 3 favorites that I would recommend you right now. Just for the Summer, Yours Truly, and Life's Too Short. They're just really easy to read, and their premises are super interesting. Like, I'll give you a quick rundown. These two think that they're cursed. They think that they're always destined to be the person before the girlfriend, and they meet on Reddit. So their plan is to date for a summer just to even out their curse, because they think that if they date, then they can cancel out the curse, and the next person each other dates will be their person, if that makes sense. It's super interesting. It's just a really nice concept. It's funny though because they fall in love, and she also has a way of handling heavy topics in a humorous way that's fun to read. I really like this book. This was one of my favorite books she's ever written. I think this one was a 5-star because literally just read it. This book is about 2 doctors. Brianna just got a divorce. Her brother has a disease, so he needs is that kidding? Yeah, he needs a donor. Jacob is the person who's his donor, but he's anonymously, and they're both vying for a position at this hospital that they work at. Jacob's super socially awkward, Brianna's super outgoing. They have their own things going on. I don't know, when they meet in the middle, they have a really cute relationship, a really good relationship, and it's just really nice the way we get to see him give to Brianna's brother without any recognition. He advocates to not tell her before he even really knows her. This one is about a YouTuber who half sister leaves her with her daughter. She adopts her niece. Basically, the lawyer next door just got a relationship and they're neighbors. 3 super great premises, 3 super great reads, and they're super fast paced. They all have dogs. They all are super funny. Abby Jimenez is just a great author, and she's so easy to digest. She's easy to get through, and it leaves you wanting more, if that makes sense. So these 3 books I would definitely recommend. Then I would pick up Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. Here's my thing with this. This is a accidental pregnancy trope, but listen to me. This book opens the page and she's at the doctor's getting tested to see if she's pregnant, and that's kind of a theme that you'll see throughout this video. Every single book, you really just want to open the page and not have to work, not have to wait. You just want to be captivated by the second you get there, and these books are all recommendations that I think fit that mold. This book especially, their story and her and Shep, they have a very unconventional romance, especially because Shep is not the father of her child, and the father of her child is not like magically a perfect person. They built a relationship despite her being pregnant, and he's so sweet to her, he's so kind to her, and she kind of starts to see him in a different way because they've been friends for a long time. And when her view of him starts to shift, it's so authentic and it feels so real. It's such a nice love, and I really like Cara Bastone's writing. I really like all her books. We have an interesting conflict because her best friend is infertile and she got pregnant by accident. So they're trying to balance out, yes, she's jealous of her and she doesn't know how to react to that jealousy, but obviously she's happy about being pregnant. And Cara Bastone's just another author that deals with heavy topics in a positive way and just advocates through humor, and I really enjoyed that in these books, and I think I appreciated them. Another series I would recommend is the Rebel Ranch series by Lila Sage. These books are cowboy romance books on a ranch, small town, you know the vibe. Just think that they're perfect, like they're just the perfect books. I just finished Lost and Lassoed. I read Done and Dusted maybe like 3 years ago. This book is about a single dad who needs a nanny for the summer. This book, I read it in a long time ago. Yeah, brother's best friend romance. but they're not standalone, so you'll see these characters in these books. And this is the third book, this is the first book. I haven't read the second book, and I'm in the middle of the fourth book, so I'm kind of all over the place with this series, but I like it because no matter which book you're picking up, it's super easy, super quick to get into. I read it, I think I always get 100 pages in one day. They have you obsessing over them, especially Teddy and Gus. Their relationship is so, I don't know, I think they're just so relatable. Like, Teddy was scared because she just felt like she was falling behind in her life and all her friends were getting married, and I think that's such a real thing to feel at her age because she was 28, and I don't think that's old at all, but I think that's really relatable. They just both felt like they took care of everybody else in their lives and they didn't know how to take care of themselves, and they knew how to take care of each other, so they met in the middle a lot and they had great conversations, and she had a way of describing them in depth in 300 pages. Like, it was like 300 pages, but you felt like you got a lot, and it didn't feel like you were cheaped out of some of the story just to like save the word count. Like, no, it was actually a great book, and the 300 pages it lasted, and it really just fulfilled what you wanted it to fulfill. So definitely read this book. Plus, they're cowboy romances and their covers are so pretty. I literally love them. Ugh, I love a cowboy romance. Then we're gonna switch genres a little bit because I have a mystery series. Typically, I would recommend anything YA. I think YA books are perfect to just get out of reading slumps. This is a YA fantasy series, not fantasy, mystery series. I would recommend The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This book series had me hooked when I was reading it. I think I was reading a book a day. It's just like when you read the first one, you just have to finish the series. It's a group of teenagers that are all in this one program, basically the undercover FBI. So they're solving cold cases and they all have special abilities, but not magic, just like critical thinking abilities, if that makes sense. But it's interesting because they get woven into the cases and there's like a romance coming in there, and like they have their own lives, and the story is very captivating. I only have fond memories of this author. This is the first book, obviously. I read this book I think in like 2 days. I also have some annotations in here. The plot twist will get you, the characters will get you, you'll start to fall in love with them, and they're like a band of characters, so it kind of feels like you're in their found family. I recommend this also because I just feel like if you have a series that's easy to get through, it feels so accomplishing to finish a series. But also you could read The Inheritance Games. I don't think that's as fast moving as this one, but The Inheritance Games is another book by this author, and I do think it's another good read. Okay guys, this is my hear me out. Here's my thing, right? Crescent City. Hear me out. This is 800 pages. This book is 800-page fantasy book. Remember when I said no fantasies? I was in a reading slump 2024 December, and I think I had been in it for like about a month or something, and I couldn't, every single book I was picking up I didn't want to read it. I don't know what possessed me. I picked up this 800-page book, read it 3 days. It was, oh my gosh, it was so perfect. I read the whole series. It literally, like, I don't know what it was, I don't know why this was the book that got me, but like in my personal experience, this book pulled me by my arm and leg out of that reading slump. It was the best book. It is one of Sarah J Maas's perfect series. Honestly, I think all her series are perfect, and I've read all her series, this being the last one I read. I cannot imagine not having picked this book up, and I'm glad I picked it up when I did because I appreciated it that much more. I would say give this one a shot only because for some reason it was just what got me out of my slump. It's about Bryce, and something happens to her. 2 years later, she's never the same, and then it's being investigated by the higher government in this world, and one of the government officials and her set out to uncover something. It's kind of like that typical fantasy plot where you're trying to overthrow the rulers, and like there's so much going on, and like this one unsuspecting girl has so much power within her, and she's gonna change the world, just change the corruption in their world. It's a different book than Sarah J Maas's usual reads because usually she kind of has a very older fae writing. This is modernized fantasy, so they have cell phones and they have Instagram and they have this and they have that, and it's kind of like, okay, wait, so we're in the real world, and it's hard to understand. I think their magic system is hard to understand, but if you go into it understanding that it's gonna be like kind of challenging, it's not that bad. Like, I caught on pretty quickly, but I was also just super interested in it all. I can't really explain it, but like this world, it has so many different creatures. It's just a lot of people that understand, but it's worth it, and I don't know why, but like I got through it. I thought it was perfect for a slump, so those are my recommendations. I think these are some perfect books. Like, genuinely, I think they're perfect to get you out of your slump and to get you back reading. But I also have a couple of tips I want to give you. Personally, for me, I fell into a reading slump, I want to say in like June, and I really didn't recover from that slump until January of this year. So I was in a 6 months, almost 7 month reading slump, and I was not really picking up anything. Nothing was holding my attention. Every single time I picked up a book, I just didn't want to read anymore, and I was like drained, and I was DNFing, and I felt like I couldn't find any good books. And I think that's very popular, especially when you read as many books as we do nowadays in the booktube community and the book talk. All of us, we just read so many books. It's easy to burn out, to lose your flow, to lose your focus, to forget why you love it so much. So I understand that feeling a lot. For me personally, I think one thing that I had forgotten that I needed, because it came so easy and naturally, and like I sought it out, but when I stopped seeking it out, I found it was easier to fall into slumps. Bookish community. When you're not watching booktube, you're not watching book talk, you're not listening to other people talk about books, you're not as influenced to start reading it. And when you are reading books yourself, it's easy because it's like, I already do, I want to hear other people's things. So like, you're gonna search it out, you're gonna find it, and you're gonna be interested a lot. But when you're not pushing yourself to read, you distance yourself from books, but you also distance yourself from community, and it doesn't keep you in the center of, okay, well, this book is really good, I love this book, you should read this book, and you're not getting recommendations, and you don't know what's going on, and it's easier to fall out of it. Watch your booktube, watch your book talk, don't forget about it. Don't let Goodreads sit closed for whatever, don't let Fable sit closed for how many months. Engage in bookish community. That's what I would say. And like, it will show you other people loving books that will remind you why you love books. Community changes everything, I think. Also, pick books other people have said will get them out of slumps. Obviously, this is a little bit biased because I'm telling you recommendations, but genuinely, people who are in slumps, they know what it feels like. Something, just watch a video, watch 8 videos, 3 videos, 6,000 videos of people saying, hey, this book got me out of a slump. This book's so easy to read. This book's so this book's so that, because you will find that some of them are genuinely good advice because people on booktube, they know what they're talking about. I'd also dissuade you from buying books because you think that will like encourage you to buy them. Throughout that 6 months, I bought a bunch of books. I never read them. I didn't want to. I like to buy them. I like the dopamine, but I didn't want to read them, and I couldn't read them, so I didn't read them, and I just put them back on my shelves and never touched them again. And I would not advise you to do that. If you're gonna buy books, get books that you're seeing on booktube and you think are gonna be good reads. Don't just buy random books and think, hey, this will probably just, since I bought it, I want to read it. Because some books, it doesn't matter how much you pay for it, it's not a good book. We're talking about content, not price, not the cover, not how pretty it was, not what everybody else said. We're talking about what will be in the book that will finally get you out of your slump. I would refrain from just buying random books just to buy them, because I don't think that dopamine hit will actually get you out of your slump. I think it might just get you more money out of your wallet. Don't reread your favorite series. Hear me out. This sounds kind of odd because I think people say reread your favorite series all the time. I found when I reread my favorite series, I liked those series, obviously, but it didn't help me because at the end of the day, I wasn't going to finish the book and be like, okay, time for me to pick up another one. I already know what happens. I already read my whole favorite series. So when I read it, I would just go back to my slump right after. I would finish the book and be like, okay, and now I'm not going to read anything else because I know how that ends. It's not going to push you to start reading again. It's just going to invite you into something you already know. You're going to reread that same story, and then you're going to put it down and you're going to say, hey, I'm still in a slump. And I hate that feeling, and I don't want to ruin my favorite books just trying to get out of a slump. I don't want to taint it with my reading slump. So I would advise you against that. I would say if you're going to try books and you're going to try to read and you're going to try to force yourself out of that slump, you need to pick some new reads. You need to pick fast ones, and you need to pick books that you think that you personally would like. This is my last and final really important piece of advice that I think you might hate the most. You need to be patient. Sometimes I fall into slumps because I'm just in a slump in life. I'm in a slump mentally. I'm in a slump because I'm tired. I'm in a slump because I'm drained. And sometimes it's not about the books. It's just about where you are in life right now. And sometimes you just need to take a break. And you need to not force yourself or pressure yourself to finish a book just for the sake of saying you finished it. Sometimes you just need to give yourself some time away from something you love and say, hey, I just can't do it right now. And if it's 6 months, if it's 8 months, if it's 2 months, if it's a week, just give yourself that time. Because I would say in June, I was frustrated with myself because I wasn't reading. In November, I was frustrated with myself because I wasn't reading. In December, I was frustrated with myself because I wasn't reading. This month, coming back to it, I would say I'm very glad that I had all that time away because now I'm authentically back. I'm truly back. I miss it. I love it. And I'm being authentic when I say, oh, I'm going to read this book. I'm excited to read this book. I'm excited to buy this book. And I mean it now. now because I had enough time away where I can reevaluate, come back to something I love, and just truly be back instead of just going through the motions. So I would say be patient. Even though you don't want to be, even though you want to get back into a book tonight, just be patient and give yourself some time to rest and focus on yourself and focus on getting yourself to a place where you feel good, because usually when I'm drained, when I'm tired, when I feel a lot of things, it's hard for me to remember to do the things I love. So maybe if you feel better, if you take more care of yourself, then you can come back finally to the places that you love and do the things that you love the most. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know I yapped a lot. I hope that this helped you a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, but God loves you more, and I'll see you in the next one.